When you leave the hospital and your loved one has died, a lot of people accept it. But when a hospital and a doctor, they make mistakes, they gotta look into the mirror. They gotta say, let's save that patient. Where did we go wrong?
If no one ends up doing anything, there's not gonna be any change. And this organization has been able to take the fundamental steps to make the change that we want to see.
We've been able to break down silos and connect thought leaders throughout the world.
It's really a movement. It's not just a bunch of meetings that you go to. I go to a lot of meetings, annual meetings. They're not movements.
For far too long, we've turned a blind eye to we as clinicians potentially being part of the problem. It takes a culture of change.
We've got a lot of hospitals that have committed, and commit doesn't mean that we're asking them for money. They are committing to actually implement at least one, hopefully more, of the apps in their hospital practice.
You can just walk into my own hospital and you'll see big signs everywhere, first do no harm. And everyone's focused on it now, and there's certainly been a number of lives saved, we know that, but there's many more that we've got to help and make sure that they are saved and they don't get hurt.
It's also about embracing patients and families at the table, in our conversations, in our work. If we don't bring the patient and family voice into our quality and safety initiatives, we will only get to 40, 50, 60% success. They get us to 100% success.
Here was a group of people that should have just been angry, should have just been incapable of moving forward. Instead of that, their humility, their courage to get up and make sense of it all and hope that it won't happen again, that's action out of kindness.
The alternative for not putting a stake in the ground is continuing to tell patients and families, you're going to die from a preventable medical harm, from a medical mistake that we know can be prevented.
Is easier to just say, well, it was too complex, or these things just happen. But the truth is, preventable means preventable. It means we know what to do, and we didn't do it.
I'd come out here just as a participant in the Midyear because they're a catalyst for thinking about what we can do to make it safer for our family and our colleagues, our people in the world.
We are all patients in this game, and it's a matter of who's gonna start paying it forward and taking that first step to make sure that the right thing is done.
The first thing is to make a phone call and to say, I have to visit you. Have you heard something about patient safety movement? No, not really, but I know something about patient safety. Can I have a few minutes with you to explain it? Yes, and I'm going.
This organization and with this group of people, you have so many ideas and so much expertise that there's no way that you can't win.
When you have to bury your child, when you have to go talk to a funeral director, and you have to go visit your daughter at the cemetery day, you don't care. You lose. You know, you're not embarrassed about what you don't know, what you do know. You want to fight. So whenever somebody tells me no, I say yes. When somebody says you can't, you make sure you tell them, why can't I?